rideshareconnect.tv, and I'm here with the Kevin Parhm. He is the owner and creator of Rideshare Connect TV and the Rideshare Attorney Hotline. And today we're going to ask him a couple questions.
Okay.
So, we also know that you were an Uber and Lyft driver yourself.
Yeah, I started off driving for Lyft and Uber about 5 years ago when Lyft and Uber were new to Los Angeles. I started off driving for Lyft and then quickly became a mentor for Lyft about maybe 3 or 4 months later.
Oh, wow.
And then about a year later, I started driving for Uber.
Okay, and being a mentor, what did that include?
So all of the new drivers that came in a particular area, I was based in the Inland Empire, but I primarily drove in LA because I'm from Los Angeles.
Okay.
So what I would do is sign up all the new drivers. So at that time, you would take pictures of the vehicle, go over safety as far as the road is concerned, and then answer all the questions that a new driver would have about where to drive, what times, what are the good areas, and those type of things.
Nice.
Yeah.
So do you have any of those crazy stories or interesting stories? What kind of experiences do you have?
Well, you know what? As a driver, one of I think the stories that sticks out in my mind, it doesn't have anything to do about being crazy or anything, but it more, to me, is a people story.
Yeah.
I was driving in the Beverly Hills area over in West LA, La Cienega area, and I got a request over by Cedars-Sinai Hospital.
Right.
And I picked up this guy at Cedars-Sinai. He got in my front seat. I was driving for Lyft at the time. And I could clearly see that something was wrong. And this guy and I got into a deep conversation. And I know for a lot of drivers out there for Lyft or Uber, you can relate to this. Like sometimes you're like Dr. Phil or Oprah, but you know, I've had people cry in my car. I mean, people have poured out their life stories, but this particular guy on this day, I could clearly tell that there was something wrong. And we just started talking about life, and he wanted to talk about how bad it was, and I just kept turning it around. Every time he would come something bad, I would come with something good. And we just talked. Then he had to go pick up some medicine at the pharmacy. And I waited for him. He got back in the car and we talked some more. Turns out that the guy was autistic.
Wow.
And, he was just dealing with, matter of fact, he was autistic. There was a couple of different things going on. But at the end of the day, before I dropped him off, you could just tell that he was really appreciative about the conversation that he and I had.
Wow.
And the next day with Lyft, you get what's called a passenger feedback. And he was like, he is a good advisor, wonderful ride, friendly, efficient driver. Thank you quite possibly for saving my life, the autistic guy. Awesome. Wow. So you never know where a person is. You never know what they're going through in life, and it just may be you that is put in their life at that particular moment, at that particular time, and I believe that the universe chose me that day to speak into that guy's life. And when I got this, I've kept this was back in November 14th of 2014, and I've always kept this because I always thought back, you never know. Sometimes you just stop and listen to a person. You never know what they're going through.
Exactly.
Right.
And there is this aspect about the connection between strangers when it comes to this type of rideshare new thing coming. How would you explain like the boundaries and the lines that are there, or in terms of helping others? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you can use, of course, this is a lot of people's side hustle. Yeah. But like I said, I don't think people get into this like, dang, I'm going to be, somebody's counselor today. But the moment that you open your car up and allow a stranger to get in, like I said, you just never know what someone is going through. And that's one of the reasons why I started the Rideshare Attorney Hotline, because I have a heart for people. And then Rideshare Connect is connecting the dots in the entire rideshare community. Whether you're a driver, whether you're a passenger, we want to connect. This is about a sharing economy and getting people together. So that's why both platforms were formed, so we could actually, reach out and bring people together.
Yeah. Well, guys, it's not just about driving, it's about connecting, and it's also about you never know what you're gonna take. So be very open-minded, and also go into driving with a happy and positive attitude, because you never know who you're gonna meet. Thanks for watching. I'm your host, Randall Briscoe, and this was Kevin Parhm, and we'll see you next time.